saw this online. What do you think? What is the most basic thing you're terrible at? Like people said, whistling was something that almost everybody can do. That's so basic that you're terrible at doing. Ooh. I would say roller skating, rollerblading, or ice skating. Although all of those
a little more skill involved than the whistle.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Life.
Yeah. I'm not a very good driver. I'm going to tell you that.
He's not.
I'm not a good driver.
You just have a heavy foot.
I have a heavy foot, but
he's not observant either.
I'm not observant.
Yeah.
And I don't know directions well. I mean,
well, that as time has gone on, I don't think any of us know directions. I think we've become so on Google Maps and or Waze, whatever, that you just. I was on the road the other day. I'm like, if I don't even know what I'm driving on. I don't know the name of the road I'm on. I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm just following this because she told me to go this way for the next 40.
You don't know the name of the street you're turning. You just know you're turning in 3.2 miles.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
Or the exit number.
So we're getting worse at it.
Oh, totally, because we're so dependent on it. You're right.
Exactly.
And, just when you said that, I thought to myself, there's almost not a moment of the day that goes by where I don't have a woman telling me what to do. And here's what I mean by that.
Start. Wake up.
It's my Siri. She's like, get up, get up, hey.
Yeah.
You're going to be late.
Then there's Siri telling me where to go, where to turn, what to do.
That's right.
The gym, there's always a female.
Almost always a female
coach who says, run this fast, do this, do that. By the way, I did my mile in 6 minutes and 47 seconds.
You did not.
I did. I got it done. 6:47, yeah.
Wow.
I know. I was really happy about
Secret?
that.
3 craps.
I was, Three nerve dumps before I was so nervous.
Immediately before or through the morning hours?
Well, between 10 and noon.
Well, that's when you want them. 2
here and 1 at the gym. I was like, by golly, I got to get everything out of me.
He was so empty by the third one, it was just his colon.
Right. Running on the treadmill.
Right. And then when I get home, of course, I have my wife and daughter, and they're often telling me exactly what. But listen, I appreciate it. I like
He needs that direction. He needs structure.
I need that.
That's your fastest time ever, too.
6:47 is my fastest time ever.
So there's here and pickle. That's when you're kind of you.
Well, I was just thinking that, maybe it's when I'm at my happy point when I'm at here. And I pickled last night. I was like, oh yeah, it's great out here. It was. People were like, it's so cold. I said,
it's perfectly one more.
You love it. I love it.
The place closes at 9, and we started at 5:30, and. Got to be the last game, about 8:35, and somebody looked at their watch and said, it's 8:35, and I was like, we can do one more now.
Please don't make me go.
You cannot sit there and use the excuse, I don't want to play golf because it takes too much time anymore.
Well, now, wait a minute. Now, golf, I think, takes longer. I mean, golf takes
okay.
6 hours for me to play golf.
Well, that's because we suck, but
right.
But you could play around within 4 hours in 18.
Normally, I play about 3.5 when I play pickleball. So, but I like it so much. That's the thing. I like it so much. And then, whereas golf, you're right, we stink. I wish I was better at golf.
Yeah.
Well,
you hit your pickleball. We don't always hit the ball.
We don't always hit the golf ball. I know
golf.
God, I do.
It goes
wish
the
I was
wrong
better.
place.
I know. I just had dinner with a friend of ours I hadn't seen in a while. Phil. He moved out of town. Did I tell you I had dinner with him?
Nope. He didn't give me a fare thee well.
Me neither.
And that was the awkward moment of the day.
Wow. Put a sponsorship on that.
One of those things wasn't supposed to be said.
That's so big.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry, Dem. Sounds like he didn't want you to know.
I'm just erasing a contact.
He moved out of town
without even a fare thee well.
He moved out of town without a fare thee well. He did do that.
Hey, listen, I'm going to be in town, but don't tell anybody.
The Baltimore Colts left more publicly when they left in the middle of the night.
They snuck out in the middle of the
night.
night.
Did he take his wife with him?
We think.
We don't know. We really don't know.
Assume.
Yeah, it was a dear friend for many years.
Yes.
Still is. And he left without a fare thee well. That's true. Do you know how I wound up having dinner with him?
I have no idea.
He emailed me a month ago, and it was some work jargon. It was just clearly not meant for me. It was like, we have this pattern and blah, 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 blah.
Oh.
Yeah, I left without a trace.
Yeah.
That's all code, man.
Yeah, I didn't tell any of them goodbye. Fresh new life. That's how I look at it.
Witness protection.
Almost.
No, but it was, all this jargon I didn't understand, but it was from Phil. I was like, Phil?
Yeah.
And so I wrote him back and said, Phil, this is not for me, obviously. And he wrote me back and he goes, oh, sorry. How's the gang? And I was like, everybody's fine, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I'm going to be back in town in a couple of weeks. Do you want to have dinner? And I said, sure, yeah. But, of course, I thought I'd never hear from him.
Yeah.
And then he comes back into town. He's like, I'm free Friday night if you want to have dinner. So we did. And he's doing great. But he said, whatever you do, do not tell Chris Dibb or anyone else that I'm back in town. We ate. Actually, a funny story about him. We ate at this restaurant. You know it well, Village Tavern.
Sure.
And I'd forgotten this. Now, years ago, he and I and Chris Dibb played on a 3-on-3 round ball basketball team challenge. They used to have a thing called 3-on-3 challenge downtown here, and
Yeah, we were much younger.
oh God, we were probably 20. I was probably 25 years old, and we were playing, and we played against a team, and the team was from the Village Tavern, the restaurant. So we were one team, they were another. And Chris Dibb's brother was supposed to come because you have 4 players on a team, you can rotate one guy in and out. And he couldn't come that morning. He was going to be our ace.
He called us that morning and said, I can't come.
He was going to be our guy. He's a good athlete.
He's a good baller.
Yeah, very good player. So he didn't come. So the rest of the teams had 4, and we only had 3. So you can imagine how difficult it was. But we played, and we were playing the Village Tavern. It was a very close, tight game, and it was physical. I mean, there was a lot of jawing back and forth and elbows.
Yeah, you had to call your own fouls. I think they had a
bad rule. They had a bad rule though. You remember the rule was the shot goes up, and if it goes in, even if you're fouled, the basket counts. But if it doesn't go in, then you can call it. So everybody would wait to see if the shot went in, and then later call the foul. It's like slap on the wrist. Yeah, ball goes in, you say a foul on the shot, but you're 10 seconds late. So the other team's like, why didn't you call it when I hit you? Well, obviously we want to see if it goes in.
Yeah.
Well, the gang over at Village Tavern didn't like that. The game was to 30, win by 1, and the score was like 29-28. They were beating us, and it got to where Phil got fouled, or he called a foul, and he waited to see if the shot went in for the winning shot, and he called the foul way late.
Shot did not go in, correct?
Shot did not go in, and all the Village Tavern like, you effing this and that. They were really mad. I mean, this is a long time ago, and they were mad. And we were jawing back and forth. Now you know what I did in that situation. Coward in the
Shrink.
corner. You know how I do.
Shrinking
I cowered.
violet.
Right. So we line up for the free throws now, and Phil gets 2 free throws to win the game.
To win the game.
We're down 29-28. He makes the first one. And they're like, you effing
I can't believe you
can't do this.
That's
blah,
the
blah.
cheapest of bunch of bull.
And Phil's very like, well, foul's foul. You got to play foul. And we're all sitting there. And finally, the guy goes, just shoot the effing ball and shut up. And he looked at him, and without even look, shot the ball. His wrist goes, just flicked, and he goes, next. And the ball went directly in.
The most perfect free throw that's ever been
seen.
shot.
I mean, nothing but net. Just he goes, next, rip. And in the 1 second that the ball was in the air, I thought, we have just died here.
We're going to get stabbed.
We are going to get stabbed. I looked up. I didn't try to get a rebound. It went right.
Chefs have knives.
Yes. So I mean, I'd almost forgotten that story. It happened 25 years ago. So
I'll see you in 30. Go make me some skirt steak.
Right. I mean, it was really. So I say to Phil, let's go to Village Tavern. And he says, do you think it's been long enough that
We couldn't go.
He couldn't go. He would not go.
We went there a lot.
I said, I think we can go back now. We did.
Yeah, they don't work there anymore.
Oh, but it would have been great if you had walked in and from over at the bar, you just hear, you!
Not him.
Huh? You. I thought his picture would be up on the wall.
His stomach starts to rumble while he's eating,
yeah.
and the chef's looking out the kitchen door.
I got you. Next. That's right. That's right.
Chris Dibb said you might be here.
I've been waiting.
Well, it was great to see him. I can tell you that.
Absolutely.
It was wonderful.
We'll give him my best.
Oh, I will. I'll send your best.
You lie.